right now. Go for it, Tim.
Welcome to the best damn arm wrestling sports show with Tim Talmadge, Arm Sports Entertainment, Scott Wynn, and three motherfuckers who have bad last names: Reza, Mika, and Oleh.
Oleh!
Oleh's not that.
Let's go.
I fucked it up, didn't I?
Moise. So easy.
Moise, it's pretty easy.
Moise.
I butcher it too.
We got some
Love it.
technicality.
People always say Mosai.
Yeah.
Moisai.
I say Massimo.
I say it's easy. That's a lot easier than
Oleh
my last name.
Masi. That's what I say.
Oh, dude, there's like freaking so many versions been there. Like I can count.
Woo.
It's like playing baseball growing up, trying to listen to people say Talmadge, and they're like Tellymodge, Tellymidge. I'm like, Jesus, it's not that fucking hard.
So what's up, guys? Tim, I see you got this event coming up this weekend at the U.S. Fit Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to give a shout out to that? It's going to be at the West World in Scottsdale.
Yep, it's at the Westworld in Scottsdale. It's been passed around a couple times. We did a UAL event there back in the day.
It looks like a badass venue. Yeah, that's a big ass place, bro. It's like a full on fit expo essentially, and you guys are one of the expeditions that are going to be located in this expo.
Yeah, we're literally right in the heart of it. It's pretty sweet. I think like anywhere from like 15 to 30,000 people cross through it every year. And it's just a one-day expo, but it's pretty sweet. I mean, they have a bunch of shit going on. We did the mind games there back, 3 years ago, I think it was. And then somebody else ran it, so I got approached with it this year, and I took it on, and we made it an Arnold qualifier. So
it is an Arnold qualifier.
It is, yeah. So the top three in each weight category in the pros will qualify for Arnold's this year.
Yeah, and then the traditional weight classes. You want to give a shout out to the classes? It's the Arnold same class as Arnold's, or?
Yeah, yes and no. So it's the 154, 176, 198, 220, 242, 242 to 275, and then supers. We're not adding that 275 class at our qualifier, but what I'm doing is whoever qualifies in the supers, if that dude is above 275, I'm going to give him option to do whatever one he wants. He can do the 275 plus, and then I'll just take the next three guys below him. So, I mean, I guess say there's 10 guys in the class, 6 guys in the class, or whatever. If 3 of them are above 275, they qualify for that class at Arnold's, and then the ones from 242 to 275 will also qualify, 3 of them, because they added a 275 class after I already announced my event, so I couldn't really add that in there. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so it'll be a little tricky, but there'll be a class that qualifies for Arnold's that we're not even having, but it'll be cool.
Yeah, bro. That's
what's the lowest weight class? I know you said it, but what is it?
154.
Oh wow. Okay, so 154 to 275.
Yeah, they added that 275 weight class for Arnold's this year. So there's literally and it's left and right handed, men, women. Wow. I mean, I think there's 3 women's weight classes. I mean, it's gonna be a huge day at Arnold's. And what I'm gathering, and I don't want to speak don't quote me, I guess I'll say that. Yeah. I heard there's just 3 days of arm wrestling at the Arnold's, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's multiple different locations at the Arnold's you can arm wrestle at, between the hotel, inside the booth at Arnold's, and then on the main stage. So I think there's going to be stages to this thing, to where you're going to arm wrestle at the hotel, and once you get to a certain point, you work your way to the main place, which is the booth, and then once you get to the finals is on the main stage. So I think there's different stations of this thing.
Now is this James Reed? Who's running?
No, this is the high five. This is Knuckles
High
Up.
Five got it.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're taking it to the next level, bro. I've never heard of an Arnold's where it's a multi-day event like that with multiple going to 275. I mean,
I,
that
I,
arms.
I'm saying there's literally 12 hours of arm wrestling 3 days a week. I want to say.
Wow.
So I heard that last time they did Arnold, they actually shortened the event. So you think like now they're kind of reversing and going more, or what?
Yeah, like, it's all about who's running it, right? And you get the
Yeah.
right people in front of the right people. They want this thing for all day long, every day that there is Arnold's, whether it's super matches, whether it's tournament. They just want arm wrestling a part of it all day long. And so, Knuckles Up and High Five, all those guys, they got in front of the right people, and it's a game changer. It literally, I think right now, I want to say we have 7 qualifiers in North America and 4 international just right now, and there's still more to be announced. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have 500-600 entries at this Arnold's.
Yeah.
And where's it at?
Columbus, Ohio.
Same spot?
It's the last.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the last weekend of February that leads into March.
Right.
It starts on like what, the 27th, 28th of February, and then goes to March 1st and 2nd.
Oh. Are any of you guys thinking about going to the Arnold?
Well, now I do.
What is it?
I'm going.
What is it, Tim?
It's the last weekend of February, which I believe, with the leap year shit, I think it's like the 28th. And
Okay.
then like that's a Friday, I want to say. And then goes Saturday, Sunday is like the 1st and 2nd of March.
Yeah, it's literally the beginning of March every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's cool. I mean, if I'm healthy, I'll definitely go.
Yeah, you got to qualify.
Yeah. How do you qualify?
Take
Top
first,
3
third.
at any qualifier.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Where's
20.
the
So
schedule for that?
what's the other qualifiers too?
So I know, so for me, I'm doing Scottsdale this weekend. Me and Corey Miller are gonna run one in Colorado, I think like the end of October. And then Washington State is the very last qualifier out of all of them, and that's December 14th.
Okay. I
Cool.
see. All right.
You guys got a few chances.
Little bit of traveling.
Little bit, night, little bit.
Nothing ever near LA ever.
So that's not out of the works, right? So I'm working with Adam Silver right now. We might run one together
Okay.
in the end of near the end of November.
Okay.
So we might add one into LA. I didn't want to
That'd be
step on any toes.
sick.
I've never ran a tournament in Cali because I don't want to step on toes. So I'm going to talk to some of the people I need to talk to, and
Okay.
I might run just hey,
That'd be
here's
awesome.
a last chance qualifier for whoever wants to show up type of thing.
I might work out because I have a venue already. I'm planning a tournament at. It's called
Yeah.
Sagebrush Cantina. And it's
Okay.
freaking huge. You may have been there before, Mika. I don't know. But
Mm.
Sagebrush has been there forever. It's huge. And the owner knows Devin Lorette, Travis, like they watch those guys. So they were like, when I brought it up, they were ecstatic. So hopefully we can get those guys, one of those guys to show up. Hopefully Travis. I've talked to him a little bit about it, but yeah, it's a great spot, dude. It's in Calabasas, prime area. It's right off the freeway. Burbank Airport, LAX is all right there too. So
Nice.
something to consider.
Yeah, let's chat about it because, like I said, I want it to make sense for everybody, but they want these the high five guys. They want regions, right? So just kind of like what WAL did. Like now, I own the region for Arizona and Southern California and New Mexico, and then also I pretty much own the whole West Coast
Southwest.
because I'm doing Arizona, Colorado, and Washington. That pretty much solidifies the whole West Coast if you want to qualify. But I might squeeze another one in there. We'll see. There has to be enough interest, right? Because it has to make sense for everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
you have the best arm wrestlers in pretty much all of the US and LA, then it's pretty much already a consideration. You know what I mean?
Man, anytime you guys want to come over to Arizona and battle my team, let's have a super match fucking showdown.
Okay. I think that one's in the works too, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so are we.
Tim,
Who-
Come on,
who's
you gotta
the-
make it happen. From West
Who's the
Coast.
best right-handed guy you guys got? Dallas?
For
Oh,
what?
David.
Wait, what? Wait.
it would start
209.
there.
209.
David.
We
Yeah,
got,
David.
got
Probably.
David
David,
again, number
we
one
got
for sure.
Oleh,
David and
we got
Vrej,
Mika,
Dallas. Me, Oleh.
209. All of those guys. are
Arsen,
good.
come on. You saw Arsen performing.
Arson makes
Then-
209?
Yeah, you
I
can.
can for sure, yeah. He's
I mean,
220.
I already have one win on data, whatever his name is, so we can run that back.
David,
Yeah.
David.
No,
David again, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to pull him again.
Yeah,
Bro,
absolutely.
his ride right now is next level.
Wait, Tim, when did you face David?
Yuma, like
It
I
the
was the
Cocopa.
last minute. Literally, I took the match on a Wednesday and pulled him on a Saturday. I wasn't even trained, and I still got to win.
You beat him right-handed?
Yeah, I have a 1 win on him. He won 3-1, but like I literally took the match on a Wednesday.
Oh, you got around off him. Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah.
He's very strong.
Yeah,
He seems
I'd
to
love to
level
pull him
up every
trained up.
single month. He's like different every time. It's weird. When I arm
Oh,
wrestle
all
him,
those guys. Every time I see them, they're leveled up higher
I
and
think
higher. They're
him
just
and
getting
Vrej
better
now
and
are
better.
sharpening and they're getting serious. So it's gonna be a little scary coming up. I think Vrej, because of the East versus West thing now, it's gonna be a different animal, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
I mean,
I've been
literally-
practicing with them for last 3 weeks. For
That's
last
what I'm saying.
month.
See,
I've been going there.
So you can tell
Dude,
me.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. I mean, David's ride right now is different level, but all of them,
Yeah.
I mean, they prepping Brash really good. If Brash, I just hope Brash can recover because the damage that he takes right now, like, dude, me, Arsene, and David, we just run in a circle and we just
Oh my
destroy his
God.
arm, and he just
Oh.
holding onto it. I was like, fuck. I mean, I hope he can recover from that because so much damage. I mean, he's getting stronger from that. That's the way he trains. So
Jesus.
he's gonna take a nice good 10 days of recovery, and he's gonna come back.
It's gonna
freaking
take a
steel
lot
arm.
to beat Vrej.
Do you guys?
Yeah.
You guys both. Well, actually, Scott, all three of you guys essentially train with Brej. How do you feel? What's your perspective against Paul Talbot?
I think Vrej is gonna beat him.
And do you think if Paul's fast and is able to control the first match and break his
Maybe.
backwards, he still has the potential of isolating him and bringing him back in the later matches? Obviously, he has crazy endurance.
Yeah, I don't know. Paul, I've never arm wrestled him, but I know he's the best in North America. I know he's scary too, but I don't know. Vrej is just weird, man. I'm telling you. He's
No,
I don't think Paul's
dude,
gonna
he's
beat him.
stupid.
I don't think Paul's gonna be. If Paul beats Vrej, I'll be very impressed. Very impressed. Vrej is weird, man.
Obviously, I'm reffing the thing, so I'm not going to give a prediction. But if Paul is trained up to Paul's standards,
Yeah,
I just hope that it's a great match.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna
I
be,
think
it's
it'll be
gonna
a
be a
good
war,
match.
dude.
I think
But-
it'll be a good match.
It's gonna be a war, dude. It's gonna be a strategic battle. And you know, I love Vrej, but I'm telling you guys right now, Paul Talbot is the dude's when he's coming in to win. Like this
Yeah.
is his last chance, more or less, to show everybody, look, I'm still a bad dude, and we know Vrej, he has a tendency of letting the guy go first. He catches, he grabs low. Paul Talbot's going to exploit all of that. And that's it. That's what he's so good at. And that's it. And that's getting his arm straight up and down and turned towards his side. So if he gets in that spot, and Oleh, if you get the guy past his shoulder on this side and you keep him there, you're in trouble. And the same goes for Vrej,
No,
I
like,
just hope he doesn't fall. I just hope he's more offensive and he goes for go and he gets on this side first instead of this side.
no, like you've been pulling with him substantially as of late, correct? And
Yeah.
your left is pretty damn good as well. When you get the go on him, is he able to block you before the pad and bring you back comfortably? Or are there times where he's essentially buried too deep and can't recover?
Like it's hard to tell. Brash does have a lot of couple moves in his sleeve. So just to say that he just does one move, that is not correct. He does have a lot of moves to do. I don't know how strong Paul is. I know he's very strong. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And I do think it's going to be a war. I just think it is going to end up being in the straps.
Yeah.
And it just, for the Paul to get Vrash in the strap on left hand, it's a suicide mission.
Fucking
It's going to be,
nightmare, dude.
it's
gonna
going to
go
be,
there. I think it's
yeah.
gonna go there easier than people think. Like,
That's
you got to
fair.
understand too. There's nobody left for these two people to pull, right?
Right.
When they're both trained up, like, because Paul, we'll go there. Paul lost to Artem a couple of years back and made Artem the top dog, right? But Paul wasn't trained.
Not at all.
When Paul's trained and he
Yep.
actually gives a shit, there's nobody for these two men to pull under 210 pounds in North America.
This is the best match by far.
There's nobody.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
For these two people to pull left-handed under 210, they have to go international. There is nobody, or they have to pull super heavyweights because that's how fucking good they are.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a big test.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I wouldn't say there's nobody, but I think
There
there's
isn't.
guys out there.
There's zero motherfuckers under 210 that can beat these guys.
Who, Scott? I don't see anybody either. Who?
There's nobody.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
There's
On the left, Scott?
yeah, I mean, there's a couple of guys, right? There's
Who?
No, nobody here.
There's zero people in North America
yeah, you might
on
have
the left hand.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
right hand.
zero.
Right hand's obviously closer.
Yeah,
but the left
that's
hand
different.
is,
That's different.
they're just really far ahead. Like they're notches above.
Yeah,
I don't think
can
we've
Jacob
ever seen.
Abbott? Can Jacob make 209?
No,
No?
he struggles to make 220s.
No, and I don't think Jacob.
And
Jacob
Jacob doesn't stand a chance.
he doesn't beat him.
No,
No,
not
he
even
not
close.
less.
There's not. I don't think we've truly seen Vrej give a shit against anybody under
That's right.
210 because he hasn't pulled anybody under 210 that he had to give a shit about. So I think we're gonna see a different Vrej that actually used to win worlds and all this shit, that actually is gonna care about a match, because it's actually, for him, I would consider this as a big international competition match. In my
Yeah,
People are gonna know.
yeah.
People are gonna know who Vrej is because a lot of people still don't know who he is because he's like more old school. A lot of the new fans have no clue who Vrej is, and he's gonna showcase who he is. And I'm telling you, man, Vrej, dude, like I remember him showing up at a bar thing we did. Like I think you were there too, Oleh, and it was just like $500. As soon as you put anything, any kind of money, dude, like even $500, he just shows up and it's over, dude. It's done. Like everybody, heavyweights, non-heavyweights, lightweights, just one after the other. You got to remember, this guy enters tournaments every weight category. Do you understand? He takes the best of California and he smashes them all left-handed. He's very rarely losing, even against the super heavies. So Paul Talbot, as strong as Paul Talbot is, that's going to be a big task. And if Vrej comes in ready, like you said, and he gives a shit, and this is what's cool about this match, is that Paul gives a shit too. And now he's training up. I know he is, right? So it's like they're going to, best of North America are going to clash. And I hope it's a war. But again, I have to favor Vrej, not just because he's my boy or he's California. Just, this is my unbiased opinion. Like, he's just a weird freak, man.
Have you
exactly what you said though? Exactly what you said though, is that Paul Lynn, if people don't really know like what Paul Lynn's been doing, right? He stopped pulling for like 2-3 years because there's nobody for him to pull no more. He doesn't give zero. Talbot. He doesn't give a shit about right hand. There's been nobody for him to pull.
You're right.
This is the match that he wanted. Like, we were supposed to see this match 4 or 5 years ago in Nevada at
Didn't they pull in Nevada, Oleh?
Hawthorne. They did. I think it pulled Justin Bishop. They had a super match.
They never pulled.
I see. Okay.
They were supposed to pull at the whatever tournament in Nevada. It never happened.
Yeah, Hawthorne. They were in the same weight class. I think they didn't meet.
Hey Tim, what's the best out of 5?
Yes.
I do see Vrej. I do see Paul maybe getting around. I do. maybe see the possibility, especially the first round. He comes out guns blazing, surprise attack, kind of dark arts mode, and Vrej is just defensive, like Scott Wynn is saying. But once Vrej makes the adjustment, he's extremely intelligent. People, again, like Oleh said, he's not one trick pony. He's very intelligent, and he pulls very, very tricky and very well on top of all the other things he has. So I think that maybe Paul takes the first round. Maybe if Paul can keep him out of straps, do you think he can keep him out of straps?
No,
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
I don't see him keeping him out of the straps.
I don't
So
see
he
him
can-
really going into the straps on purpose. Paul wants to pull out of the straps too.
You
I
know,
think
I'm
Paul's gonna.
saying
I
if
think
Paul's gonna
Paul's
beat
gonna
him
take it
anywhere,
straight
it's
to the
outside the straps.
straps.
I think Paul is not.
I
It's
don't
not
see
stupid
why.
enough to go in the straps. Like, he's gonna probably try to be out of the
Yeah.
straps.
Yep.
But the Vraj is also not the guy who's gonna just slip. He's not gonna slip. He's gonna hold on to it. He doesn't
Paul's
care.
gonna slip right away and go to the strap.
I don't know
Okay,
why he
so-
would, Tim.
He will.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why.
Well,
To me, that's a suicide mission. Now you're tied to the guy. He needs to
Yeah.
get his, like I said.
Yeah, but he wants to be tied to him because he trains with fucking Toddzilla. Like,
That's
he's
how
all-
he likes it.
it's
Yeah,
side,
that's
it's
how-
side
No, okay.
pressure. Like, it's side
That's how he
pressure.
likes
Like,
it
this
too.
dude
Yeah,
is
which
gonna,
is why this is
he's
interesting.
here, and they're both gonna want. They both want to fight from here. They're not gonna fight from here. They're gonna fight from here, and they're both relying on their catch and side pressure.
Yeah.
Rush is going to lie on his bicep, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Paul's
Paul's
going to
gonna
try to. Paul's going to
side
go
pressure.
straight up, side pressure, and get his
Yeah.
arm as tall as possible, right?
Take his rest.
Yeah, but see, the thing is if Paul isn't able to finish with that technique, he's going to follow with his shoulder. And if Rej has the ability to pull him past his shoulder in that
Yes.
position, it's going to be a bad day for Paul.
Yep.
Well, Rush can top roll. That's the thing. So if Rush at any point tries to hit outside and he times it right, he could pop Paul.
You know
He
what's scary
can
about
open
Reg
Paul.
though, Scott? You know what's scary about him? Because when you try to, even if you take his hand a little bit, first of all, he never gives it to you fully, almost never. But even if he does, and you try to press him, that's like his favorite thing. When he sees people do that, he'll just take you back. I'm telling you, dude.
I know, dude. Here's
You know how you
the
take his
thing.
hand- like everybody normal, you take their hand and you transition into a top roll. He's almost waiting for you to do that, and he just like drags you out of it. I don't know.
I mean, this is what I see happening. This is my point of view, okay? And I'm rooting for Reg. I love Paul too, but of course Reg is our guy. If Reg gives it up, he goes defense. Okay,
Yeah.
he grabs low. Paul's gonna twist up and towards his face. Reg's hand's gonna drop further down around his arm where he's gripping his wrist now. Now, Paul is, like I said, extremely intelligent. He's going to take that, then he's going to go back outside on his arm because now Varej is all the way down here. And we know Varej can hold you forever there too. But Paul Talbot's different.
Strong enough, maybe.
Right now, the dude won both the hammers at 165 and at 195. Okay.
Yeah.
And his arm length and his leverage is phenomenal. There's nobody I can think of that knows how to use it better than Paul when it comes to leverage.
So look, man. So that's good. That means it will be a war. Maybe Paul takes the dub. Who knows? But
yeah, no, I think it's definitely going to be a war.
Scott, do you think that Paul has been as consistent pulling and training as Varej has?
I think he's pulling with Storm Chelino, Dave
He is.
Paul Lynn. He's pulling with fucking beasts too. Both of them have fucking stupid training camps. I mean, you couldn't ask for any better for either side. So
about 10 months
left-handed
ago,
though?
about 10 months
Left-handed?
ago, about 10 months ago, when Paul said, finally, fuck it, I'm going to make a comeback because of all this East versus West shit, he started training with like Toddzilla, Paul Lynn,
Storm.
what's that guy? Storm Chelino. What's the guy that, who's the guy that beat Todd right-handed at Wall at 195? Mendez?
Todd Hutchings?
Quinlan.
Quinlan.
Yeah.
He trains with Quinlan and all those guys. Like, it's different training out there. They're a bunch of Midwest hillbillies, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh, that's
there's
good.
no
That's
doubt
good.
it's gonna be a war. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be
gonna
be-
3-1, guys. I think it's gonna be 3-1.
I do
So
too.
I
I
told
think it's
Raj.
gonna
I
be.
just hope it's a war. I don't care who wins.
It's gonna
It's
be
gonna
a,
be good. It's gonna be good regardless. Whoever
I
wins.
think
I just hope it's a
3-1
war.
or yeah,
for
3-1.
sure war.
Yeah,
Oh,
I agree. But
well,
hey, it's impossible to predict sometimes. Arm wrestling is so difficult sometimes to
well,
predict.
there's a lot of variables that go into these matches, and again, it also depends, in my opinion. Cadence is crucial. That first match cadence setup, and then
Yeah.
we had an interview with Andrei Moslov, and he made a very good point that I want to present to you guys. Arm wrestling matches aren't just between the two athletes; it's the two athletes and the refs.
Yep.
So who's more comfortable with Tim's cadence? You're reffing it, right, Tim?
It's
It's
either
possible.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. There's four of us, right? Me,
Yeah.
Bill.
So who feels,
Bartwood.
like for
Yeah.
example,
Yeah.
Brej may have more experience pulling under Bill Collins versus
Yes.
Paul Lynn may have more experience pulling under Bart.
Paul
So
Talbot. You guys
yeah,
keep
Paul
calling
Talbot.
Talbot.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. You called it. So who's gonna ref that match?
Right.
Yeah.
Who feels better with the cadence as well? Paul's a little more aggressive off the go.
What is the cadence?
Is it ready? Go.
Don't move. Go.
Don't move. Go. Okay.
And are they implementing running fouls?
No, there's
3 fouls, right?
no. It's 2 fouls.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's 2 fouls.
No running fouls.
Okay, because
No,
I heard
no
somebody
running fouls.
there was
I thought
somebody.
they are doing running fouls now.
They switched
No.
it.
Not that I know of. You
That's
know
what
what
I
I know?
heard. Yeah,
Just
I thought I heard they were
rumor.
changing it to running fouls.
No, they let the micros go, right? So if there's no position gain, little bobbles, stuff like that. But there's no running fouls. There's no.
Okay.
It's just a warning if you move in a referee's grip. That's not a foul. Don't put me on the fucking spot when I'm drinking at 1 o'clock in the morning in Boston. I'm
That's right.
talking about the fucking rules.
It's
Jesus
1 o'clock
Christ.
on the East Coast right now, and Tim just came from the Red Sox game.
But no, the micro fouls they let slide but without position gain. The King's move is a dead stop foul. There's no warning to come up. It's just a warning if you move in a referee's grip. It's not a foul, so it just gives a little leeway to keep the match going, right? And that's why they just do the 2 foul system.
When you say King's move, is it humerus rule or shoulder rule? What is it?
Yeah, it's a declining position. Your
Right.
shoulder below the top of the pad.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
That's
And
Paul
it's not
cool in
like
King's move.
there's no come up. It's just a straight foul.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't never
Does he
seen
do
Paul
King?
King's move.
No,
He does
Paul
No.
doesn't.
That's a desperado. This is a King's move. Above
Only
shoulder above
Scott
the
Wynn
table.
does that in the straps.
We can call it illegal Kings, I guess, because there is a good Kings like a extreme open top rope.
Right, that's the King's move. If you're not doing the King's move, it's the Queen's move. Or
Desperado. It's the Queen's move, right? It's
desperado.
something else. That's good.
Bottom line is you're so desperate not to lose, you'll drop your arm down and let your bicep tendon go pop, pop, pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So do I.
Opinions on the
I
match
know, like-
between Prudnik and Hutchings.
Oof, so hard to call that, right?
Go ahead, Oleg. You go first. You tell us.
Oh man, this is a hard one to be honest. They pulled so many times. What their score at all? Like I don't even know. I think
Prudnik's up.
Prudnik's up. Yeah, I mean honestly, Prudnik last performance he had with Hualijan, and then Irakli, right? He just lost to both of them badly. But they doing what? Right arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right arm match.
Todd Hutchins doesn't pull.
Man.
Call it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dude, I think Todd's gonna get it, to be honest. Against like my kind of national my guy Prudnik, but I think that Todd's gonna get it, to be honest.
Yeah.
How about you, Mika?
I don't know. Prudnik can come
think
fresh, but he just pulled recently. Like he didn't have time to prep. He is probably I don't know where he is right now.
Todd just pull on the same card?
Oh well, they
He
did,
pulled.
yeah. Well,
He
they
pulled the
they
Yeah, but
right?
Prudnik went into
Grassy?
negative positions, losing a match versus Todd won a match. So
Hey,
he
this is
he
my
gets less fatigue.
this is my son Spencer.
What's up, Spencer?
Hey, what's
Spencer.
up, Spencer?
What's up, buddy?
He's training right now to
Is he? Oh, that's
yeah,
sick. That's awesome.
he'll
Man.
make his debut in about a year here.
All right. Let's go. You got the best trainer, Spencer. You lucky dog.
I know.
Right?
He knows what's up.
Tell him, man. He don't listen.
Hit that country crush, boy.
Make the moves.
I'm gonna make him work out right now while he's waiting.
Great.
Another match I'm interested to see is Bishop and Giannis.
Oh, but
Yeah,
they're both
it's gonna be a
juicy.
banger.
But anyway, to go back to your point, Reza, I think that Todd adjusts really well after a loss. That also, I think Prudnik's not maybe has not you know what I'm talking about, like he
Regained
hasn't
his
really
confidence.
juicing up.
Supplementation.
I think he's going a little natty mode. I think he's a little bit weaker. I don't think he's weak. I don't think you should you know, it's Prudnik. I mean, come on, he can do what he wants, and especially the last time he smashed him. So just so you know.
Yeah,
He
but
smashed.
also we do have to consider the fact now. Me thinking about it, that Prudnik does have 2 losses
That's
lately.
right. That's
and
right.
he has a win over the Todd before, so I don't think he wants to lose the 3rd time over the
Right.
guy who he won before. So I
Right.
mean, arm
So
wrestling,
Ole,
man.
you're right.
There's a little
That's the
inspiration
other
there.
factor, Ole. So we don't know where Prudnik. Okay, it really depends. But Ole, how about this? Prudnik shows up peaked. You think Todd
Yeah.
loses again? I think so too.
Yeah.
Even with the adjustments, I think Todd's gonna have a hard time with Prudnik. But I
Yeah.
think right now in these circumstances, I'm gonna probably give Todd a little bit more of a chance to beat him. And also, Todd really does adjust well. I mean, he's very scientific about his losses, right? So like he'll lose and he'll like improve that area really quickly. So
Is there a factor in all these matches that Todd is traveling 2 hours and Prudnik is now coming over here?
Big time for sure.
that's a big one
Does that
too.
play in a factor with any
Hey,
of these
I'll tell you
matches?
this much: in tournaments that I've had to travel overseas and cut and make adjustments,
you're right,
it
Tim.
makes a substantial difference in
You're
performance.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not making an
So,
excuse. I'm
That's
just
what I'm trying to look
I
at, like
think-
all these matches, right? Of all these, because there's so many rematches, right? But it's
Yeah.
kind of for a reason. The rematches are for a reason. Is to really tell, is that person peaked, but this one traveled, this one didn't. I think this is
Mhm.
going to tell us a lot on what Ingen needs to do going forward on where these things are, because we always see them over there. Is it going to play in a factor that the US might just fucking dominate because we traveled 2, 3, 4 hours and not
That's right.
8,
That's a good
20?
point. Honestly.
I
But you
don't
also
know.
have
I
to.
mean, it's
But the thing about when US comes to the Turkey, like they coming like week before, no? They coming like 5-6 days prior. They have time to adjust and stuff. So I think it does depend when
sometimes.
Prudnik.
Sometimes.
Well, not all the time,
Sometimes.
probably. I
Oh,
know.
like even
Well,
with
yeah.
But still, even a
I mean,
week.
Paul Lynn will show up on like a Wednesday or Thursday and pull Saturday.
yeah, but even with a week, in my opinion, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not.
no, I
it's
agree.
still-
Truly,
Huge
truly,
factor.
like your diet, the eating schedule's all fucked up. Like,
hotel, your diet, your
Like-
like
Well,
yeah.
like
Well, also think of this, like say, I'll just say Florida or wherever. When we go to Turkey, we're going ahead, right? So we lose a day and we get there and we're kind of, it's nighttime and you don't really sleep. When they come here, they can leave at say 9 o'clock in the morning and they can be in Orlando at 11 o'clock in the morning.
same
So
Long day.
if they just stay up, they just sleep and they're kind of back on track. When we go there, you can't really fall asleep and it's already at nighttime. You fall asleep in the morning. It's really different to where us going there and them coming here. Them coming here is actually benefits them because yeah, they still have to travel like we did, but they get here almost the same time as when they fucking left. So if they just stay awake, they're already on track.
Yeah.
Big
Either way,
difference.
it's hard. It's hard to travel. Even like with tennis and stuff, like it's huge for traveling. It takes about 3 to 4 years for people to travel on the tour. Once they go pro, it's such a big challenge. I mean, it's like honestly, it's a big factor, so big that a lot of people don't make it just because of that.
Well-
Like imagine that they have skills, you know, they have the training, they're really good locally, they're highly ranked, and then they go to all these tournaments. Everything's different.
Also,
weather,
Florida, man.
everything.
Orlando, Florida in August, like that's
Tropical,
not probably the
humid,
best
hot weather.
tropical. Yes, freaking
But
ocean. It's
that's
gonna
what
be
makes
tough.
professionals. That's what makes them, untaught. And you get all the USA guys all the way going and performing.
Yeah, and
And
it's indoors. The event's indoors, so
yeah,
that's conditioned. It's not like you're outside sweating balls.
but yeah,
Still
I don't
though.
know. So Giannis
All right,
and
what's next matches? Yeah.
Giannis and
Giannis and
Justin.
Bishop.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mika.
Nah, dude. I can't, bro. You know what? I feel bad because like every time people vote against Bishop, even though he's such a freaking beast, but it's so hard. I don't know, man. Giannis looks scary, bro. Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
God.
also got to remember this.
I-
Giannis is getting older. I just had
Dude, I don't know
been
about
speaking to
that
some
guy getting
people.
Shut up.
older, dude.
Mendagas, we had that interview with Mendagas, and Mendagas was indicating that Giannis is
Yeah.
getting older and that there
True.
could be a potential vulnerability with age.
True.
Giannis is obviously a master technician.
You're
but
hearing
I'm
this?
doing
shit, Tim?
210 hammer curls, dude. The guy's insane, dude. I don't know, but I think Bishop's. I hope. Here's the thing with Bishop. Okay, do you guys agree with this? Like, if he shows up peaked, it is quite significant. It is quite scary, right? So like
He's
He's
peaking.
like the
He's
X
peaking.
Yeah,
factor.
if he's what he says he is on all these fucking chats and podcasts, and
Right.
he's trained for a solid year and this and that. I mean, all these matches are a coin flip, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the difference is we stop and we start in the US, right? We stop, we start, or whatever. They don't ever stop. They
They don't
just
stop.
no matter what, they keep training. So I mean, I don't care. Age, that doesn't matter, in my opinion. What matters is Bishop doing what he says he's actually doing, or is he doing it, saying it because of the money?
Right.
That's the key.
And you know what, guys? I think Giannis is the strongest right now.
Yeah. Did you see what he did with Austin Tavis in your
Yes.
event, Tim?
Yep.
That was insane. Austin is freaking beast. He's very
Yep.
strong.
Austin is a beat. That surprised me. Like,
Yep.
not that anything should surprise me with Giannis, but I truly thought that was a 3-2 match, Giannis. And for what Giannis did, that surprised the shit out of me. But
I think he's healthy and peaked right now.
what people do against Giannis still is mind-boggling to me, on how anybody in this world would ever have such a hard hit, but only hit to win and not hit for position. When you pull people like Giannis and Mendagas and shit, you can't hit for win. You have to
Right.
hit for position,
Right.
because
That's true.
they will just catch you and bury you. They will
And
wear
throw
you
them.
out. Exactly. So when you hit for a win and you get that first win, that's cool. You're
Yeah.
probably never going to get the second, third, fourth win, because they're just going to go and stop. But if
Yeah.
you hit for position first, you're going to actually make them work. And that's how you have to beat those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that
But
Justin knows that
it's
too.
such a muscle memory thing that people in North America always just hit for win. It's hard to get out of that rhythm.
The way we
I think
train too.
not the Justin dog, bro. Justin knows how to hold his hand and he knows how to position himself.
Yeah,
so
he
I
does.
feel like that's also gonna be a good match. I don't think it's gonna be like a flopped race. It's definitely yeah.
Fun fact for everybody here. At Arizona, your beautiful event, Tim, 2 years ago, was it? Oleh got a pin on Giannis. Let's go!
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where I kind of counter what Tim says.
Dude, I was
Tim, you're
jumping
saying
up and
that
down. I couldn't believe it was sick.
typically when people hit to win against someone like Giannis or Mendagas, essentially they are put in a position where they get fatigued in that first match. And then after that, they're in a position where the rest of the super match goes towards Giannis or Mendagas.
Right.
Here's a perspective which most Americans haven't applied towards a super match against someone like these guys. Both of them utilize a lat drag through the mid portion of their hand. They're both focusing on a lat drag with slight wrist rotation and a little bit of pronation to gain that initial control and maintain that controlled position.
Yes.
Now, hypothetically, You know your opponent's gonna lat drag and pull you off the back. Push his elbow off the back, regain the start. At the start against somebody like that, as you're setting up with them, you acknowledge that they're utilizing that technique and you counter with the same technique. Now, if you have the ability to train that specific technique and gain that control over them, then he's put in a position where you're lat dragging back. He's going to probably go high hook against you, try and put you palm up. Okay. So you lat drag back, you come here. As he goes high hook, you essentially come into a high hook with him. If you get a athlete in America who has the ability to make those transitions with him, you have a real match. The downside to most Americans is they lack that transitional ability that most of these Europeans have through diversity of polling.
Right.
Most of us are one-dimensional. These guys
That's
are
true.
multi-dimensional, training in multi-aspects. Justin has a few dimensions. Obviously, Giannis has more. This is where this match gets tricky. If Justin is able to control the top of his index knuckle and gain control off the top, Giannis will probably lift his elbow and take a foul. Meaning he's not going to stay there. We had that interview with Justin. I was like, hey man,
Yeah.
you get into a bad position. You're back over here. Giannis is smiling at you, letting you fatigue yourself, and you allowed yourself to stay in that position. If it was Giannis in the reverse, he would never stay in that position. He would
Right.
immediately bail out of that situation, go for a restart, even if it means he's getting a foul, because he has that ability to make that split-second decision. As Americans, we have to analyze this and make ourselves better. And if we
Yeah.
can, we can start approaching these guys with a different mentality where we're manipulating the match, not them, and we're getting ahead. I'm not saying that's going to be applicable for Justin. I'm just saying that that's our approach to potentially competing against these guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't even
because
say like one dimensional. I mean, even if you're multi-dimensional and you can pull in every which way, there our one dimensional is always to win, right? That's the problem with North America is we hit to win. We don't hit for position. Once you start hitting for position, you will start winning way more matches because you're in control of the match. We may even if some person wins a lot of matches, they're winning off of power and not technique
right.
because they're still not hitting for position. A lot of us in North America will win in a bad position and not even in a good position. So I think that it's just a muscle memory of winning in a good position and not a bad position.
I think, yeah, also I'm thinking about, I'm trying to process what you guys are saying. I think also like
I've
when you get
always
to
said
a,
control. You always go for a control position. That's always been my mentality. But I'm not the best offensive puller, obviously. We know
yeah,
that. I used to be in my early days, but I came more of a defensive but get in good position type of puller. So and I've always advocated, try to always get not so much win the match, but get in the match, Where Oleg's so freaking fast, he can eliminate that whole process. You know what I mean?
yeah,
With a good hit.
I think that's
So
actually the most efficient approach, especially in tournament format. In super match format, that variable changes because you might
Yeah.
get that in the first match and then the guy kind of catches on to it. That's where you have to have the ability to maybe start with a top roll, go inside,
yeah. You
shoulder
have to,
roll, change up the variation so your opponent can't keep up with what you're doing.
Yeah,
And
that's good in America. But if you pull someone like Giannis and stuff like that, the speed only will take you so far before you have to use that speed to get position and then win the match.
here's the
Like,
concept, Tim, real quick. Most Americans, they get into that high hook. They lock, they go, I'm going to lat drag, or I'm going to keep pulling in this position. And instead of when you go into this technique, as soon as you feel the resistance, which means that they're slowing you down, you're not getting that initial pin. As soon as you feel that resistance making the transition,
yeah.
as soon as
Call it
you
dark
feel
horse.
there's a secondary resistance making the transition with the shoulder. A lot of
mhm,
Americans don't do that. They're gonna get into that position. They're gonna hold that position. They're gonna
They're gonna
continue to
grind.
fall back in that position, thinking that I have an advantage and I'm going to maintain that advantage. Versus get a position, feel the resistance. As the resistance is applied, immediately transition so you're not in a match, gain a little more position. Now that you have a little more position, you start to feel the resistance again, change it again. So that way you're not, this is what guys like Giannis do. This is what Mendogas and these guys are doing. As soon as they feel that resistance, they're already applying the next technique.
There's one person in North America that what you just explained, I've seen master it for a million fucking years, and that's Cobra Rhodes. Exactly what you said. That dude mastered what you just said. And that's why he was so successful.
That's why
because he would do the same shit. He would go here, 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 and you wouldn't even see it happen. It was so fast. But he would hit you with 4 moves before he pinned you. And he might not even been the most powerful guy, but he just outfucked the shit out of you in 3 seconds. It was crazy.
Yeah, when I was over at Arm Wars, Neil broke it down.
Oh no.
Bye.
He'll be back.
What he's about to say is very true. Neil broke this whole shit down to like a science, and I've actually been only working on what he said since we got back from Arm Wars, and it's a game changer. There's been some people that I've pulled with what he's about to talk about that I wouldn't even be able to touch, and now can literally control a whole match just off of little positions and pressure and getting open. It's crazy.
Oleg's like that though. Oleg's super aggressive like that. Like I feel like Oleg, if you try to stop him, he immediately is on to the next move. Like and if that's slipping out, then it's slipping out. But he's aggressive, and that's basically what you're saying, right, Reza? You got to be aggressive on the table. You don't get here and go, all right, I'm in. You know what I mean? And they go, oh fuck, he's kind of.
That's kind of what happened to you at North versus South, Scott.
A little bit. I mean,
you got here and thought you were so good, and you looked back and you went, "Oh shit!"
Oh yeah, that was Mo, and then I was on.
That's what I was basically gonna say. Never want to be like you think that you're gonna get in position that's your strong position, but it's also his strong position. That's what I'm always trying to avoid. If I'm in a match, like I'm looking for your weaknesses. Like I know my strengths, but I need to know your weaknesses because I don't want to know your strengths.
Right.
I already weaken your weakness, so I can just dig there if it's super match or.
Yeah, the sooner it's over, the better for you, right?
Yeah, Mika, what were you gonna say about the Arm Wars concept that you were gonna?
So if you guys can try, Neil was basically pulling me with one finger. So I if you put back pressure, you tap them to the side, they lose. You can't protect backside every angle. So the changes, we call it dark arts, basically arm wrestling, and you can beat somebody extremely strong like that. If you know how to surprise them, you fake them. Maybe you give them back pressure. All of a sudden, you hit to the side and then go back out to the. It's like a 2-hit, sometimes 3-hit, but it's like a boom, boom, And actually, my first round with Froda outside the straps, that's exactly what I did, and I actually almost got the pin. So I actually tapped him. So I supinated inside him, and then I top rolled out of it, and then his arm almost went to the pin pad. But I'm just not good enough yet, I was gonna tell you guys, the things you guys talk about, it's reserved for elite arm wrestlers. I mean, amateur arm wrestlers can also work on these things, obviously, but it's very tough. In North America, we don't train this way. I don't. We don't train this way. We don't go to the gym and be like, do you feel the resistance?
Yeah.
Now go here. Now switch your position. We just, like you said, everybody has a strong powerhouse move, and they try to brute force their way to the pin pad.
Bro, that's why you learn those things at the practice. You don't learn those things at the gym,
Right. You have to learn.
And I feel like there's ability to switch the position. That's also a risk of injury too, because if you don't apply yourself, then you're gonna get hurt.
That's true too. Yeah.
Mika, exactly what you're saying, and obviously I was there as well. If you, I don't know, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but if you take what we learned with Neil and you do that with weights and a pulley system, you'll feel what he's talking about just off of the pressure here and transitioning to a pressure here, just off of a pulley system and just doing this, you'll feel what exactly he's talking about and why you do that. And it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Okay, see, this is the first round, right?
Yes, sir.
Think? And you'll see it. I'm limp. I'm giving him zero pressure here. Boom, inside and out. It's so fast. You can't
Look at his
actually even
face.
tell.
Was
Yeah,
your
he was
breath really
surprised.
bad there, or what'd you say to him?
No. I just was like, I'm gonna, eat you up. Nothing. Nothing really.
Yeah, but Brody's face was awesome. It was classic.
He was just
He
like,
was giving
oh,
the
it's like
biggest
that.
smile.
He's like, okay, now I'm
Is,
gonna
is,
now
is
I'm
my
gonna
match even
proceed.
on there? Because I took his hand twice. Like, where the fuck's my match at?
Where is
He's
it?
so
Yeah,
strong. He's so
I know.
strong. He
Dude,
got
honestly,
healthy after Vegas, which is
yeah,
good
he
for
came
him.
in good. He came
Because
in good, boys.
we grew up in Vegas, and that's why this match was created. And then when I saw him there, holy fuck, he's different. He's back to being healthy. It's crazy.
Same thing with
It's crazy.
Prunik, like Prunik had 2 losses, Frodo was coming off 2 losses.
Yeah,
He got
yeah, he
healthy,
was.
injected. I talked to him. He said, "No, I'm
Yeah,
definitely feeling good." And we
yeah.
got the best. I mean, I wouldn't say maybe, I don't know. You can all ask Frodo, but he definitely was pretty strong there that day. Yeah, for sure.
He told me straight up. He goes, "I'm in the best form of my life right now."
Yeah, yeah,
Because
that's
I've
right.
never felt stronger. I was like, when I felt you in January, and we pulled in what was it, April?
I believe
It was day and night.
May or April.
It was crazy. I thought for sure we were gonna have a banger 7 fucking rounds, and it was not the case.
Yeah, it was
No.
still good. Like a couple of first rounds were still good. That match might
Yeah,
still
it
come
still
out.
took a
It might
stand.
still come out as a premiere, so you don't want to talk about it too much, I think. But it might still come out
Yeah.
as a premiere, like as a film, because sometimes they take matches and they release them as films,
Yeah,
like
I
as a
don't
full
think it's
film.
out yet, but whatever.
Mika,
It was cool.
if you were to compare your match with with Sanders in comparison to Frody,
Mm. Sanders on the right. Well, I beat Sanders left. Sanders left was not very good, so it was quite easy. I think it was like 6-0. And then on the right, which really shocked me. I mean, like
that's where you end up in this
I
open
was just
position, really
yeah,
fighting
because
and
I was like, oh my
scraps.
god, my right is so much stronger than my left. I'm gonna top roll. But again, the problem is with, first of all, like I hate to say this, but I can't do the side pressure with the UCL torn. I just can't. So I have to do different shit. So it's like when I hit Craig in that first round, first of all, I tried to press him in the first. That was the worst mistake ever. And then I tried to go sideways. I just felt it right away. And Craig's right is much stronger, so that's why that match was such a banger too. Because it was
His
like
right arm is substantially better than his left.
his right arm is way better than his
Yeah.
left. But I think that now, like now that I'm finally, knock on wood, getting healthier, I don't know. Now I'm just stronger and better. I don't know. It'll be a good rematch. I would love to rematch him. I think I can take him now in a rematch for sure. But he's very. You know what's crazy about Craig? He's 50, right? And his endurance is insane.
You were in great position though. I mean, you lost your wrist
Yeah.
a little bit of a
No,
down,
it was
but you
definitely
were
good.
in great position to just
Yeah.
dominate the match.
Yep. Yep. Quite a couple adjustments from him, couple of mistakes from me, maybe a little too eager. Also, you see what I'm saying? I'm lacking that
Well, you should
finishing
come
power.
up and around on it right there. You should be coming up and around on it.
That's what I'm saying. I was
Yeah,
lacking.
yeah, you just got extended. He
You know
just
how hard,
extended you.
when I did it in round, I don't know which round I did it where I actually do it. I think it is this round. That hurts so bad.
Huh.
That hurts so bad, dude. Because that transition, you guys know when you're in the top one, you transition
Yeah.
into the elbow.
Yeah, right.
Is brutal. But I mean, there's a lot of adrenaline going as well. But no, he's very good. His endurance is very good. I was very surprised at
The downside to the
much endurance he had.
transition, the way you did it though, is you compromise your wrist by going
Yeah,
into the flop position when you
yeah,
already had a positive position, giving the wrist
correct.
gain a little bit of ground,
Totally,
impacting the rest of your results for that super match.
totally,
Okay,
totally.
Hunter Nas or Doug Urich.
Oof,
Ehrlich.
oof,
Doug Ehrlich.
oof.
Early.
Hey, I'm gonna
Sorry.
say I pray
Sorry,
for the
Doug.
referee. I pray for the referees.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I really don't know.
This
I
might
don't
be
know.
the only thing I'm gonna say on this is I hope I don't ref this match, and I will say this could be a match where you see a physical fight.
Why do you go that far? You think that they have that much malice towards each other?
I think one has way big of a mouth that he can chew off of.
Okay. You left
That's
us
all-
hanging
that's-
there. Which one? Which
That's all I'm
one?
gonna
Well, he
say.
could be the
That's
ref,
all
so
I'm
it's
gonna say.
better to be political. I respect
Yep,
it.
that's all I'm gonna
Smart
say.
approach, Bubba.
And that's why you don't want to ref, because there might be an altercation.
It's one of those things where it's like,
You know what I'm saying?
is
I'm
it
gonna
about-
be there, Tim. I'm gonna be there. I'll bring some stripes. I'll ref that
No,
match.
but
Hey,
it's I
Tim,
don't care
Tim,
what
think
match
about
I
it like
ref,
this.
but-
Worst comes to worst, you could end up in a highlight video with 1.1 million views for punching an athlete.
I don't care
I
to
think
ref it,
Scotland's
right?
already experienced that.
I don't care to ref it. I just think at this point, is it going to be about the match or about your ego? And I don't want. It's at what point is it not about arm wrestling? And
Well,
that's what I don't like.
Let's touch on that. So obviously, I mean, I can only think that you're talking about Doug when you're talking about ego, right? And I love Doug. I think he's a great dude. And him and I have literally gone back and forth just in the last couple of days, bro, over me and he thinks that I try to go after him every chance I get, and it's not that at all. I respect the dude. It's not like I don't respect him, but his comment of saying he's the best 176 pounder in the USA, nobody can touch him, is what he's saying. And
Well, no,
he's
he said the 176 runs through him, is what he said.
even better, right?
And I think we can touch on this after the match.
Yeah.
Oleh, what are you weighing right now?
Over 200, like 205.
Hallelujah!
Damn!
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, went from 185 to 205?
Be there, mofo.
Someone get this motherfucker Jenny Craig. He's
No, we
big.
don't want him. Stay out of 185.
No, that's for the real
Pancakes.
match, man.
Pancakes.
I don't know. I would have liked to have seen you pull someone like Doug or Hunter just to see. I mean,
I would
guess
love
you're
that.
going up. What are you
I would
trying
too,
to pull
but
at? Like
Oleh's strong
198?
at two. He's strong at
Yeah,
205.
I think Ole's 198.
198, 185 if I
Yeah,
really need to.
yeah.
198 would be the best, to be honest. I feel the
There,
most comfortable.
maybe I'm old school. I don't know, Scott. Touch on this. Maybe I'm just biased because he's my friend. But anybody in North America that says the 176 runs through them, the first thing that comes to my mind, and again, I don't know who's going to win this match. I don't care. I'm not talking about this match. But when you say you're the guy to run through at 176, my first instinct is Corey Miller. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
Oh my god, dude.
But when someone says you're the guy at 176, but you and whoever it is, whether it's Doug or Hunter or Oleh, I don't care who you are. I would not say that if you haven't pulled Corey Miller, in my opinion.
That's true. That's good.
Or
Yeah, but you know that
haven't-
Vraj is 176, guys.
yeah,
That he can do that. That's what he does normally. He's
That's
gonna do it in November.
crazy.
I
did
would
it 2
still
weeks
say
ago.
if Brez said it at right-handed, I wouldn't say it unless you pulled Corey Miller, because Corey Miller has been the North
That's true.
American guy for 20 years.
That's true.
Whether you
fair.
are a billion times better than him, have the respect to say, I pulled your best, and that would be Corey Miller.
Right, I agree. I agree with
That's
you.
how I
would-
feel
I agree
about it,
about Corey
like-
Miller.
He's
yeah. I
the
mean,
one that's
I
done
felt like
international and all.
dude, when he like my point was when he was saying all that, I'm all, dude, like, where have you been arm wrestling? Like, we're not seeing you arm wrestle anybody. And his comebacks, all, well, I only arm wrestle the European guys because that's how good I am. They respect me over there. They want me over there. And again, Doug, don't get me wrong, bro. I'm just stating what you're saying. And it's not that I don't agree with you. And it is that I don't agree with you. It's like, I need to see you prove yourself here against the guys that are at the top dogs over here. And
Yeah.
there's a dozen dudes, including
Hunter's a good
Corey,
one.
that on any
Well,
given
he's
day
also
could win
pulling
that class.
Doug's also pulling Mendogas. So I mean, if he does something against Mendogas, that's a huge statement.
Is he though? Is he though?
No.
What it says on this
No,
card.
he was supposed. No,
No.
no, he was supposed
No.
to pull him.
Yeah.
Then they traded
and
it up for Hunter.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
think
Okay, so
Artem
he's-
stepped in. Artem.
Yeah.
Arnold's playing.
So
Good
again,
luck, Artem.
all those matches are
Good
gonna
luck,
tell
dude.
what
Jesus.
all those matches are gonna tell a lot of things, right? What if Artem beats Mendagas? What if I'll say Doug beats Hunter, Hunter beats Doug? Where does it all land, right? There's gonna be a lot to tell
Yeah.
after this thing. I will tell you, I think what Ingen did is a smarter decision. I think these are better matches. My
Yeah,
opinion.
Artem's very courageous for sure. He's taken on really big matches.
Tim, you've
That's
been to
pretty-
both places, right? So you've been overseas. You went to this last one. I haven't been over. I've only seen what's been on videos. I thought that the Challenger Series so far has been the best show all around. The venue, presentation, the
Fantastic.
whole
Yeah.
entire thing. To me, that's been the best show so far. I could be wrong, but you were there personally, so you tell us.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I still think King of the Table was the best show I've ever been to. But I haven't been back to when East versus West has adapted what they adapted now. But as far as the Challenger Series, I mean, it's fucking, you're in the action, it's in the circle. The production is great. I mean, it's they're either one of all three of them now are about equal. I mean, what East versus West is doing with the people on stage and the new setups and the pre-show, like I've been saying for a long time, you need to have like I'm a WWE guy. I've watched it my whole life. They always have a pre-show for WrestleMania, right? The people are in the couches, they're just talking and there's fans around them or people walking around. So I think what they're doing is the right direction.
Yeah.
And I think all
It's better.
three of them are about equal with the shows now. But we're not far behind any of them. I think the Challenger Series has proven that we need to have more of the elite stuff like East versus West King of Table in the United States. I think we can prove that we can do it. And I think this next weekend is going to really prove to Ingen of the people showing up for it, the production for it, the venue, the access to the airport and the hotel, that he's going to have more here. I would love to see a 50-50. 2 here a year, 2 in Turkey.
Yeah. That'd
Another
be
match,
fantastic.
another match I'm kind of interested to hear your guys' opinion on is Paul Lynn and Rustam.
Ron Marbella.
Bye-bye.
Oh man,
What is
Ooh,
this?
that's
Number
that
4,
rematch?
3?
That's the rematch.
it's a rematch. Yeah,
Is
Take
this their
Paul again.
is this their second or
Got
third
hurt,
match?
right?
Second.
that's the second match.
Yeah. This is
Second.
He
He
tore
got injured last time. He tore his back.
Yeah.
Rustam tore, yeah. First round.
Yeah,
I think
no,
Paul's gonna beat him.
last round, bro.
Yeah. I think Paul's gonna beat him.
What do you think, Oleg?
I hope Rustam's gonna beat him. To be honest, all respect to Paul Lynn, but I mean Rustam is a multiple world champion, one of the most titled in Ukraine, the world champion. If he's coming back, I mean travel, of course, and then previous loss has a big impact, and
True.
of course you know how it's gonna go, but how he went before. But I think it's gonna be a surprise, and I think the Rustam's gonna show something good. That's I
I hope
believe
so,
for
too.
too.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
he
it'll be a
learned
good
his
match.
lesson. He
Yeah,
he beat
yeah.
Prudnik. He beat like not the Prudnik. Well, he beat Prudnik. He beat many like Trubin before. Like he went to Russia. He won the super heavy, like won overall or something.
Yeah, he's
Like I
insane.
mean, Rustam is not a joke. I mean,
If he
took
shows
time
up,
off.
yeah.
He healed up. He probably.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, clearly that match they had before, he wasn't top shape as what he could have been. Poland is insanely strong, 100%. But I mean,
Yeah.
Rustam, he just knows has so many years of experience. I think it's gonna be a surprise.
Ole, was Paul Lynn his comeback match? Was
I
Rustam
think
off for a while and then he came
no,
back?
no. I think he pulled Irakli before. He also lost to Irakli.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he had
Yeah,
the
but
title.
Paul
didn't
also
he?
lost to Irakli.
Who did he win the title from? Because that's how Paul Lynn got the title.
I have no idea.
So he must have beat whoever had the title because Paul Lynn won the interim title off of him, right? I thought so.
Mm.
And
Who
then
did-
because I remember
Okay.
Paul Lynn saying, I don't really accept this title because I just beat someone who
I
got injured.
That's it.
I want to run it back because I'm not the real champion yet. So Resta must have beat somebody who was the title holder.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that.
I
Maybe.
don't remember.
Maybe you're right. I think Paul beat him, and then Paul lost to Irakli and Sasho, right? But then Paul beat who did
Yeah.
Paul? But then Paul got another impressive one. Now my mind is
David
going.
Samushia? No, he hasn't beaten
No,
yet.
no, no. It was somebody he beat. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I
Paul's been
think
doing really well.
Oleg said it. The dude's got multiple world championships. Whether he beat somebody or not, he obviously deserves to be there. So
Oh,
he-
for sure.
yeah, I mean
For sure. No, I love the rematch. I think it's fantastic. I think it'll seal the deal. Like if Paul beats him for real again and no injury, then he seals that,
True.
you know. But he's a very hard match. Ollie's right. I mean, he's freaking insane. So if he shows up peaked, it's very difficult to ask.
There's a
For
lot of these
anybody
matches.
at East versus West, for anybody, all the champs that are around that weight, Rustam's a problem.
There's a lot of these matches where it's hard to, like, you want someone to win, but we in the sport of arm wrestling, we really need the other person to win to keep them around and not have like 3-4 losses in a row and leave the sport for a while. Like it's kind of a lose-lose for us in the sport of arm, really, in my opinion.
yeah, a little bit. Maybe. I mean, it shouldn't be that way, but yeah.
I don't.
I
Yeah,
mean, in that
I
way,
don't
you
know.
have to just kind of choose the right matches. I mean, if the
Yeah.
person not in a good
Do
shape,
people
you know,
really
That's the
quit
thing.
because of
Then
that?
you're over selective. You know what I mean? Now you're running from people because you think you can't beat them. You know what I mean?
But
So
do people really quit? Because I don't. Who quits because of that?
no, that's
What
what I'm
I'm saying
saying.
is, such as these legends, right, that we want to see keep pulling, and then they take like 4 L's in a row, and they're like, oh, I'm good for about a year. I need to train or whatever, or may
Yeah,
never come
that's
back from
true.
it.
Those people who have already been there,
Coming
done
back
that.
from an
Yeah,
injury,
Most of the time,
yeah.
coming
that's
back
what
from
it
an
is.
injury,
They're
thinking
trying
that,
to,
you know, I just took another loss,
yeah.
so I'm probably not going to be ever as where I was.
That's how I felt about John. I've always wanted John to win, so he can stick around.
So we got Travis
Exactly.
Pageant against Corey West, right?
Oh, is that left?
oh,
Now I don't know how that became. That's not an East versus West, obviously.
Is
That's
that left-handed?
Yeah.
yeah,
Ooh,
yes, sir.
I don't know. I mean,
Travis is
Corey is just
too
something else.
fast. Corey's really, really strong, but I think Travis is too fast. No, no.
He was pretty fast in his last match, but he didn't have the hand to.
But that was right arm, and he's not.
I,
He
I
didn't. He
know,
underestimated it.
I know that that's his right arm, and I know that Travis's left is substantially on a different level than his right arm. But I mean, Corey West is a fucking brick wall, bro.
It's a problem. It's a problem. Yeah.
It's a brick
I
wall.
think Corey definitely is the favorite, right?
Yeah.
I would love to see Travis win. I think it would be a huge upset for Corey, personally.
Right.
I think
Right.
Corey's gonna stonewall Travis, and Travis is gonna buckle under just the biggest fucking hand he's ever felt. Holy shit! Like,
Well, again, here's one of these matches where if Travis can get Corey out of position, right, and gets him flat wristed, he basically will enable Corey from getting his power behind his arm, right? And if Travis doesn't, if Travis gets turned in, and definitely if he gets on the defensive side,
Oh, it's over.
it's going to be a test of Travis's ability. Travis can arm wrestle. Don't think he can't. He can arm wrestle. You know, if you watch when he arm wrestled Lucas, it's been a while. Lucas back in the UAL heydays.
Yeah. Lapkus.
Stand up Biggie. Travis has still got that ability, so don't think he doesn't. Even though as the past recently seems as though he's lost the guys that he should not be losing to. That's because he wasn't seriously mentally in it. You know what I mean? He took these guys for granted, thought he could win untrained, and he lost. And like Tim was just saying, you know, he took probably three losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we're all just like, well, Travis is done. Travis is washed up, you know.
Brandon L. Sester, go fuck off.
Right.
But if you look at the last match he had with Kalinichenko, like I mean, Travis' wrist wasn't there. The Kalinichenko took his wrist like easily. He didn't give him any resistance.
Yeah,
That was
That's
so
good.
they doing left, right? Doing left.
no.
It was right.
It's
Well,
right.
he
So
pulled
same
Derek
off.
Smith right-handed at the Challenger Series, and if you watch that match,
No, he pulled Derek left-handed.
he got everything that he wanted.
Yeah, they pulled
And
left-handed.
He lost to Kalichenko right. He beat Derek left.
Right.
And this one is gonna be.
Nobody thought he could win right-handed. Nobody.
I didn't think he was gonna win right.
Yeah.
Why he took that match is kind of crazy, but
Well, he kind of wanted to see where he was.
I know, but I mean, from what I heard, that dude's like one of the top dogs, right?
He is, but he's also one. He got a W on the left. He has really not much to lose. He's still in the conversation. He lost to the Kalichenko. No shame there, right? I think it's a great match for him to take. And also, Kalichenko, in the podcast with him, told him that he was about 5, maybe 10% off. He was not. I mean, it's still a lot, but that's not like significantly. He's like, if you had like 5, 10 more percent, that would have been a really hard match. So. And that's Travis is right. So if he's really peaked, again, it's with Travis, you never know. If he's really training, if he's really peaked, okay, then he's a problem.
Different level. But Travis peaked is 280, 285.
Right. And Corey's what,
Wait,
360?
Mika,
Corey's
put your
what?
elbow up again.
no,
Yeah.
Corey's
400.
only like
What
320
the
right
fuck?
now.
Mika's got a flat.
No way,
spot
really?
on the
Yeah,
back of his
Corey's
elbow.
only like 320 right now.
You
Oh,
see
I love
that?
how it's only.
Yeah, but what's Travis? Travis walking around at 250, 245, or is he walking around at 280?
Travis
Right.
has got to be upwards of 270s.
Well,
Yeah, I think
and that's a
260.
different version of Travis. Then you have a better version of Travis because I know Travis
Mhm.
240,
Mhm.
250 Travis is totally different than 280 Travis. 280 Travis,
Yeah.
fucking tank. He's a beast. He does crazy shit. But
Yeah, he does.
250,
Plus his
want-
ego's hurt too.
I
I
love
think they're going to
Corey.
be within 50 pounds.
I think Corey's amazing, but
Yeah.
I really I'm spoiled. I want the candy. I got into arm wrestling because of pulling John, and I've watched Travis, and he's like one of my first arm wrestlers that I got to know, and he's so entertaining, bro. Like I feel like for the sport it'd be so sick, dude.
So
If
I
he really
will.
comes back on a run, bro. Like, do you realize how many more viewers we'd get? He'd be so
Wow.
entertaining. He could be a
Who's doing
dick, he could be an
commentary?
asshole, you
It's
can love him, you can hate him. But
I love
dude is
Travis.
entertaining, bro. The dude is
I know.
entertaining. If
He's
he
definitely
fucking
saying-
beats Corey West, bro, and then he goes to East versus West over there, he's gonna
Oh,
go crazy. He's gonna
you're
go
right,
crazy,
okay.
especially with the Europeans, bro.
Well, a
gonna
lot
troll
of
them,
the
dude.
a lot of the other arm wrestlers that are doing
I don't want to rep
with,
that fucking
with,
match.
with YouTube and influencing, they're utilizing a lot of Travis's previous material. The way that
Right.
he messes
Very
with
smart.
athletes, the way that he kind of plays with the mind, and even like Devin, a lot of Devin's strategy over the
True.
last 5 years has
Comes
been
from
adopted from Travis.
He learned from
previous-
Travis. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. All of that.
So
All
another
of the mastery before the match says go. So much mastery before the go.
so Craig Tullier and Tom Holland.
Oh my
Oof.
God.
Another good
Craig.
one.
Dude,
Craig.
these matches are
Craig.
crazy, bro.
I mean, Craig is such a high level. I mean, I don't see
Damn.
Tom.
I don't know, Ole. Tom's weird too. You know, I've met Tom a few times now. It's also like that. He's also like, did he go out clubbing for 2 weeks or did he actually lift some weights? Because he's he's a freak talent, and that's why like people who are really talented like that, they sometimes they don't work as hard, you know, because they get it easier. So if Tom Holland shows up, Craig's gonna have. It's gonna be not easy. I'll tell you that.
Well, Craig's definitely the guy we were just talking about, right, Oleg, as far as being aggressive. Like he's
Tullier
Yeah.
is the most aggressive.
super.
But honestly,
good.
the Craig doesn't do as good as the East versus West because his elbow is just flying too much.
That's what I was getting. I
So,
just
I
went like
mean-
this. I just went like this. His
If-
freaking elbows, dude. Every round,
yeah.
first round. Whoop.
And
Yeah.
the Tom is the opposite. Tom is like very like
Planted.
getting step position super tight, right? So, I mean, yeah, it could go a lot of falls on Craig, but the same thing. Like I did see, there's one guy, Ukrainian dude, champ, but he's I think he's like 80 kg, 176 pounds. He's a world champ in juniors, I believe. Telatnik, I believe his name is. And he was supposed to have a super match with Tom Holland, I think like a week or two ago. But I guess Tom Holland couldn't make it. But point I'm trying to make, I mean, that guy is like 176, maybe like 190. And then someone who probably knows both of them thought that this is going to be a good matchup.
I see.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen, unfortunately, but they did think it's going to be a good matchup. So now pairing him up with Craig, who is like top 209, like who's like literally like his weight class, like one of pound per pound strongest arm wrestlers in Northern America. Like I just don't think he's going to give him too much trouble. I think
Well,
that's like, yeah.
This
Okay,
match
so
was
you
supposed to
got
happen
Tully killing
already.
him, right?
Tom
Yeah,
Holland.
this match was
Okay.
supposed to happen already, and it got canceled because
Yeah, Oleg just said that. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, you're good.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Wow. Okay. That's good. Let's see. I would love that.
Hey, Tom's one of those guys, right? He can be all the way stretched across the table and still be stupid strong. Like
Stupid strong.
he's really good at
Well, his bicep, his
His
fucking
defense.
bicep is substantial. When you see what he
Insane.
can do with his bicep, that alone to me gives him stupid respect for the guy.
He's
You got
freak.
any
He's a
footage of
freak.
him, Reza?
Huh?
You got any footage of Tom?
Yeah, I can pull it up real quick.
Shut up, man.
Yeah, give me a second here.
Well, you know what, Ole? You know what? You're probably right. I was thinking about it too. He had a match with Ray.
Yeah,
Tom's.
I mean,
It really depends on Tom. Even I think a
Ray
really
beat
peak
him?
Tom.
Ray
Tough.
beat him?
I think was it like a nail biter? I forgot if Ray or Tom got the last one. It might have been Ray, maybe.
Coach Ray?
But
Yeah.
what version of Tom? Again, the strong when Tom shows up, I'm telling you, he's destroyed people, like very strong.
Is Tom gonna be in Florida getting fucked up, or is he gonna be there to arm wrestle?
But Tom loves to get,
said.
Tom loves to party. He's a fun guy. He likes
That's
to have
what I'm
fun.
saying.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I fucking love Tom.
I can't speak for Tom. I don't want to just.
He's a
I'm
wild,
not trying to
crazy
disrespect
guy.
Tom. He's amazing. He's obviously a great athlete. He's a pro. He's legit as they come. But like I said, if Tom's life is in order and he wants to do it, he's very different. And we can say that about many people, I guess. But he's one of those guys for sure.
Yeah, Craig might foul himself out, dude. If he gets locked up in a match, chances are he's gonna get elbow fouls and foul himself out.
yep.
I think Craig's
But he knows that.
Yeah, but Craig is very explosive and he does like to go there, so he might get. Yeah, I don't know. I think. Yeah, I don't know.
He's
I
aggressive.
don't know how he fights from there. That's insane.
Dude, that's like Utah man, the cowboy.
Bumgarner?
Vanguard, yep.
Fuck.
Same
There's
thing.
weird.
Same
There's
thing.
a lot of lat, wrist flexion, inward rotation, and
Leverage.
bicep,
Ton of leverage, dude. He knows how to
Yeah.
use his arm.
shoulder over elbow.
Look at this match, bro. This match is insane.
Ray's about to tap out.
Oh
You can
my
see.
god.
Oh, this is a good one, man.
Yeah, it's a great one. This was one of the best matches at Armours.
It's nuts.
Ray's very look how
You see
Ray's
their
very good.
hands are gone.
Ray's hook is really good too.
Yeah. But I think Tom had in WL days, didn't he face Giannis and Giannis beat him also? He's had close matches with the legend people, guys. I'm telling you. He's had close matches with the best of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Tule's bigger, right? He's
Yeah.
tall,
Speaking
not
of-
taller,
Yeah.
but he's
That don't matter.
Speaking of Ray, he gets to pull Ryan Bellinger.
who is he pulling? Bellinger?
Yeah.
Bowen?
Mm.
Ryan Bowen or
Bellinger.
No, Ryan Bellinger, the
Bellinger.
one who won the 209 finals in Florida.
okay.
That's a good one. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'm not real familiar with Ryan Bellinger.
I think.
It's
What do you guys
he's a
think?
South
Ryan
Carolina
or what?
boy. He's a Carolina Chaos guy. He trains with Silvers and everybody. He's a dominant, just a hook puller. He's literally
Damn, that's gonna be
I
a war.
think but I see a Coach Ray training right now. Saw his videos. Like
So good.
he's taking it very seriously. Yeah. He seems to be very strong. So there's some match tournament he did. Like he just was playing
He's
with some
just-
guy.
Yep.
So I don't
We'll
know.
see. But
But
Ryan's
yeah,
bigger.
Ryan is really good.
But Ole, Ryan's bigger than him.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's a
But
tough
Ole,
one,
you
but
don't care about weight classes. That's what I learned from you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
It
the
doesn't
reason
matter.
why I even am anything in arm wrestling, because I hold in that upper weight class.
That's the right
Got myself on
mentality
the
though.
table.
Like, fuck a weight class. Just go pull whoever the fuck you feel is gonna give you the best match and the best,
Bro,
you know.
Well, you know, the higher the weight class, the easier it is. That's the fact.
what?
What are you saying, Scott? That the heavier guys lack the technique that the lighter guys have because they
I'm not saying
down power?
it's not like the next couple weight classes, they're pretty technical. The heavyweight guys, they start to lack the technique more so than the lighter guys. Meaning,
Well,
Not
you
the
talk.
fucking technique. We're just slow
You,
because we're fucking
you,
fat, Scott. That's all it
you're
is.
talking.
To it.
I'm not
I
talking your
disagree.
guys. You guys still, there's some technique there in that class. I'm saying like in the big boys, 240 and over, you know what I mean? They lack a little bit of technique. There's a few guys, but for the most part, it seems like brute strength.
I think you're talking about majority of the people, Scott. And I mean, if you look at the elite arm wrestlers, that's not true. I mean, the super heavy is just insane level.
How
Well,
about
I mean,
look at who's your super heavyweight champ right now. Devon,
LeVon.
right?
here, where?
In the world.
LeVon.
Levon.
LeBron?
Do you think he's technical?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
He
Reza?
can top. He
Reza,
can
is he
hook.
technical?
He can
I would
top roll. He can hook.
As
I would
much
say
as he
that
should be.
I would say that Levon is somewhat technical, but if I was to grade him, he would be probably a 7.9 because Crosby,
Yeah,
who's
I agree.
smaller than him, gave him a hell of a fucking match.
right.
I would say that Crosmere is a little more technical than Levon, considering
Yeah.
the capabilities that he was able to display in his match against Levon, where he won on fouls, obviously, but still to win on fouls against Levon is impressive. And then looking at Hermes and his performance, also substantial. Looking at Alizon and his performance,
Alizon's crazy.
substantial. I'm gonna have an interview with him pretty soon here, and I mean I've been really good friends with him over the years, and dude, that guy is fucking stupid.
Yeah, that guy's insane. That
LeVon,
guy's like,
LeVon is also. LeVon also hasn't had to be technical
that's
as
what I was
well,
gonna
right?
say.
It's true.
So
Yes.
like, there's a difference of people who Hermes, when he goes up to that weight, you have to be technical because you're not gonna beat everybody compared to someone who you don't have to be technical with.
He just has so much
Yep.
power and mass. Yeah.
Yeah, until someone challenges him and beats him, and he has to become technical,
Right.
then we might see the real version of LeVon arm wrestling. Right now,
Yep.
we're just seeing a fucking monster who is strong. We're not seeing a true arm wrestler yet.
Guys,
Yeah.
I love y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Take it easy.
I'm gonna
Mika.
say that I'm gonna say
Okay.
the same thing because my flight is at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's almost
Where
2
is it?
a.m.
It's coming.
So
It was awesome having you guys. Safe flight.
Hasta la
Appreciate-
vista.
I love
Awesome.
y'all,
I'll see you
dude.
in a couple of days, Tim.
yeah, we'll
Good
see you
talking,
guys.
guys.
Anybody wants to make it out, would love to have you. It's gonna be a good time. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Good tune,
Good
Tim.
talk to you guys.
So,
Later, Tasmanian Devil.
See you guys.
Take it easy.
I like that nickname for Mika. The Tasmanian Devil.
You devil.
Do you
Is
know
that
that?
new?
You
That's
know
the
the
new one?
cartoon? You know the cartoon character, the Tasmanian Devil? You might not know it. He spins around like he gets all fired up. He fucking starts spinning around. He turns into like a firework. And it's a little Tasmanian Devil. And that's what Mika reminds me of when he arm wrestles, because he turns into this fucking crazy psycho, you know? You're not like that.
Tasmanian
Well, I
devil.
spin.
There he is.
Oh, this guy. Yes, there. Yes. I do know this guy. Yeah.
Dude, you need to capture that logo and
Uh,
put it with him when we're during the.
all hairy and stuff too.
Fuck.
That's great.
Yeah, I
So
wanted,
go ahead,
I
Rez.
wanted to go over the Jerry Cataract and Alex match, but I guess, I understand it's probably late for Tim and, Mika's probably got family and he's probably tired as well, but I want to get
Hey,
your opinion.
we could still go over it.
Yeah, no,
You
yeah.
got the
You know-
three smartest guys on here now.
Okay. So honestly, I was looking to talk about this match because I think that's gonna be match of the day because both of them are just insanely strong. What arm is that? Is it right or left?
I believe that's
It's right, probably.
I
Right.
think,
Yeah. I mean, Shoot, Camille had a match with Devin, right? Not so long ago. That was
Exactly.
right arm, right? I mean, if you want to pull that one out too, so we can look at it,
Yeah, I want to see who this
because
guy
I think
is.
because that was a really good match, and Jerry hasn't performed in a long time. So I mean, that's freaking. I don't know where it's gonna go. It's gonna go like right in the middle, like press into press, but Camille's been like really topping it. And wait, isn't who's Michael Todd's pulling against?
Yeah, I mean, even Michael Todd is going against David Dadikian.
Oh, wait, what?
Dadikian. David Dakikian. I think he's from
No,
Oh,
that
like,
you can from? No, I don't think he's.
that's what it's showing on this website. So I'm
oh,
using.
like, you see who that
Oh.
is? Who's that behind me?
I don't know who's that.
Brody. See
You
young
don't know?
Who's that?
Smiley
I don't know
from
who's
Sweden.
that.
That's Glenn.
What? Who's that?
Tell him who it is, Reza.
Smiley, it's Frody. It's the guy that Mika had a super match against.
No
When he was
way.
young. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, when he was young.
Dang, he
What
looks
was he?
different.
18,
No, it's
19?
not Frode. It's not Frode.
Oh, that's Glenn?
Yeah, it's Glenn.
Oh shit. Okay.
What's Glenn's last name again? God damn it.
I just call him Smiley.
Dude, this dude's a bad lefty, bro. You don't know who that is?
I have no idea. He's still arm wrestling or no?
Yeah, him and the giraffe. You know the giraffe? Oh, come on, Reza, help me out
No.
here, bro.
I'm trying to pull up footage.
The
Oh,
giraffe
on your
is,
own, champ.
he almost beat Todd Hutchings at the UAL event. And Glenn, he's a
No.
dude, you gotta
Oh,
pull.
Nicholas Nenestad?
Yeah, Nicholas, and then Glenn. What's Glenn's last name?
I just let me see.
They're best buddies, dude. They're always together. They're both from Sweden. Oh man, I can't believe it. I'll pull it up on Facebook.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
He's only 18 years old right
Mm.
there. That's 2012. He's a bad dude, though. Like I
Yeah.
don't, you can't beat him left-handed. He's that good.
No, bro, I have no idea. Does he have any titles?
Yeah, yeah. Glenn's a bad dude.
I haven't seen him pull for a while though, Scott.
No, I haven't either. But I think because remember he got married, and his wife's she's an arm wrestler too. We're knuckleheads, dude. I can't believe we can't remember this guy's name. Um,
I mean, to
anyways,
me,
we'll split this guy up. Let's see if you know who this one is. He's just as young. And he just had a match at the last Challenger Series.
I can see it.
You will after this.
So no, you're talking. This is Hermes. I was talking about Devin.
the reason I'm pulling
Oh,
up
this one.
Hermes is I feel that Alex is gonna pull with a similar high style to Hermes. I don't think Alex is gonna go inside. I don't see him going wrist to wrist trying to block the flop wrist. I see him trying to come outside and possibly get his shoulder behind it. What do you think? Do you think he'll top roll him, or do you think he's gonna go inside with him, or try to go
I
inside?
think. I mean, it's smarter to use the strong suit that you have, right? Now and then to see basically who's stronger, because that's gonna make it more like easier. So if whoever has a stronger inside press is gonna basically try to go there first and just kind of get the better side of it.
Now, do you feel that Alex has the technicality? Because I think the first time I met Alex, he was only on the sport for about a year, and I think it was like 2016. So he's probably been pulling since about 2015. Versus Jerry has a long history of pulling, obviously. So it's a
Yeah,
situation where do you think the experience can come into play and kind of impact, Alex, especially if they get in a long grinder?
100%. I do put Jerry as a favorite right now, but Yamil was he's been like leveling up crazy lately, so he might just have the raw strength. That's something that the power that Jerry doesn't have the motivation, kind of fire to train like that anymore.
That's true.
But experience wise, and since this is also such a technical move as well, I think Jerry has the upper hand for sure. And he definitely has endurance too for it.
See, similar to you. It almost looks like he did your move. Hermes did your move, bro.
Definitely.
He's
mean at
taking
the
notes
end
from
when
you,
he-
Bubba.
At the end when he pulls away,
Yeah. Like, yeah, bro, peace out.
because Oleg spins once though, don't he?
Yeah, he typically he'll go pop and then turn
Yeah.
around, like, yeah, what's
Hey, it's
I
up?
have to
Glenn.
look
Hey,
around.
it's Glenn Bergston. Bergston, remember? Oh, you can't
Yeah.
see that.
Oh,
And
you're
his
pulling
wife's
up
Eric,
WL pictures?
and his wife's Erica
Oh,
Bergston.
Erica, yeah. Yeah, now I
And
know who you're
Glenn,
talking about.
yeah.
She pulls too,
And then-
doesn't she?
And then that's Patrick behind you right there.
Patrick Berg,
Yeah,
the young Pat.
he just
Have
had
you pulled- have you pulled Patrick Berg?
have I?
No, Oleg, have you pulled
Oh.
Patrick left-handed?
No,
I haven't. No.
he's
Are those guys from
Oh, right.
Europe, right?
Yeah.
Swedish.
close. Yeah.
Swedish.
Yes.
He's 18 years old right there, dude. That's crazy. And Glenn in that other picture is 18. He beat me at Brazil at the World Championships in the Open division. Glenn's hand is gigantic, dude. And he's a lefty, so he beat me left-handed. But he surprised me. I was like, I'm gonna kill this kid.
Yeah, I wanted to play this earlier while Mika was still here, but you guys pull in here
It's after Pullman.
and get the analysis from both sides. I don't know why Mika goes into this separated 90-degree position.
He's desperate, dude. That's a desperate move.
He has strength there. It's just
Everybody does, though. I'm saying you can.
I don't have strength there. I'm terrible there. I can't arm wrestle like this, dude. I gotta be fucking.
We'll see. We'll see when you get back.
Well, I think you do need to feel comfortable, like feeling there, just being that position, because you feel like you're gonna break your arm.
Yeah,
That's how I would feel.
Yeah, but again, like you stay in like a 90-degree or less angle. He's
Yeah, I've never seen
and
Oleg
even-
do the desperation move.
Yeah, I can't I don't do that. I've never done that arm wrestling before, and I don't understand how guys develop that ability. Like you're able to do it, Scott, and I just can't do it.
You gotta get injured first, dude. It's the truth. Usually you have to have some type of injury, and then you start using this. It's a desperation move, but like Oleg said, you're comfortable there because you feel like the guy can't pin you because your arm stops. You know what I mean? It just has a stopping point, and unless something gives, you know what I mean, then it can't stop anymore. But yeah, and once your arm goes completely straight,
Then it's the joint. Yeah.
that's when you drop into that dead. Like even Oleg, when we pop my bicep tendon went left-handed, it was pulling with Oleg. We were on the wall table though, so it was those pads were 2 inches longer, and I was just like Michael Todd. I was sideways on the very corner of the table, and I had Oleg in good position, and then he dropped dead wrist press right when I thought I was going to roll even further on his wrist. And as soon as he did that, pop, 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 flexor, extender, and bicep tendon all popped and tore. I mean, my bicep tendon held on like threads, dude. And we all heard it too, right?
Yeah, we said right away. We froze
Oleg
it too.
almost started crying. I mean,
I did afterwards too.
Oh, he doesn't want to enter his training partner, but in the same
I
sense,
thought for a minute my arm was broke. Like I was like, oh shit, did I break my arm or like I had to check.
spiral.
Like,
Yeah, you were thinking it was a spiral fracture,
I was just like tripping, dude. And then it swelled up a little bit, and
but no bruising or bruised or.
there was just tiny little bruising right above the bicep tendon, on top, just below the pit, right here.
Yeah.
And I endured it. Like I tried to let it heal on its own for a year and was unable to do a pull-up without pain. and then they went in and snipped it and reattached it. Because it
Damn,
wasn't,
Oleh, you broke the old man. What the hell, bro?
damn, dude, you took full
And
advantage.
I just play with you.
we were drinking at the table, bro. So I already went through the whole circle of old guys. And then he was like just fresh waiting for me to be tired. So he thought he's gonna beat me.
Yeah.
After
I just gotten there and it was my
Scott
house.
tried to pull a sniper move. He wanted to come in like Wesley Snipes. I see what you did,
Oh,
Scott.
shit.
And Oleg's
Yeah.
like, fuck that. I'm
That
gonna
was-
flop wrist your ass.
that's exactly what happened.
He's not going to tell you the truth what happened in Mexico when I took his hand right-handed, full, and he let go.
Did he take your hand?
He
Yeah,
let
yeah.
go.
He
We went into the strap right-handed.
Maybe that was his game though, Scott. Maybe he was
I
like,
think-
I'm not
well-
gonna pull his hand. I don't want to pull his hand. I want to pull his bicep.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
Because he was
That's-
saying earlier he wants to arm wrestle people's weaknesses. Oh shit!
mean-
Oleg got quiet real quick. He's like, damn.
I'm trying to stay humble no matter what. You know, so all those guys in Mexico, I did not know how strong they are because I have no idea the level. I do know that those guys they go pretty hard into the matches and they grind as well. I mean, I tried the Hector, like I even checked his hand and I'm like, dude, this guy is like super solid rock.
Was
So
that
I was
the
like,
first
I don't know
time?
how.
Was that the first time you pulled Hector in a tournament?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Both of
the
us,
first time
yeah.
You
I
made it
met him.
look-
Yeah,
you
first
made it-
time meeting Hector in person. Hector's been training his ass off for what, a couple of years, man. I mean, all I see is videos of him training, perfect, good training too. Like, and he's very strong, no doubt about it. Yeah,
I would like to see more arm wrestlers go against him and to see him more because he's definitely very strong. He's like caught above everybody else over there.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
your match against him was impressive. That's all I can say. What you did, I was not expecting you to beat him as easy as you did. And
Yeah,
your whole performance down in Mexico was actually very impressive, Bubba. Just you're definitely
yeah.
every time I watch your footage, I just see you like kind of creeping up a level, and I'm just waiting for you to get a match against some crazy fucking
Same.
European, bro. That's what I'm waiting for. I mean, that's what I want to
You-
see.
Well,
You
one
know, the
thing for
reason-
sure, he don't duck nobody. Oleg's pretty active, so I think that's probably one of his
If you could-
his best successes is
If you
how
could
active he
pull
is.
a European, who would you want to pull at your weight right now? To test yourself or to push yourself?
That's a good question. I would definitely want to pull Bozhidar, Semyonov.
That's a good starter. I mean, shit, if you can beat him, I mean, that's definitely like a proven. You
He's
suddenly like go boom, here's Oleg. Like,
yeah, I think he's very strong. You know, I mean, I did pull him in Dubai like almost 2 years ago. I did not get to pull him right hand. His right hand performance was great, but his left hand, I think I had it. I took his wrist. Like I mean, it was after the table, so he was fresh. I was fresh, and I mean, I think I did pretty good against him. I would definitely want to pull Krasovskis Vladislav from Lithuania, Yanis team. He is a good top roller, also left, right. You guys know him, right? He came to Arizona I think 2 years ago. Man, I don't know. Who else out there? Well, I need to look for someone for 198, right? I mean, someone like David Samushia. That's crazy. That's like
that's what I
that
want
that
to
way.
see.
No, well, I'm not gonna go against him. That guy is insane. Oh, you know what? Talgat Akayev from Kazakhstan. I think definitely want to put some Kazakhstan guys. Shamiev. Braj was speaking very highly about
Hey,
Shamiev.
Kazakhstan and Georgia, those are the two countries that if you really want to like step up your game, you go try it against them. I've done it and it didn't work in my favor. I lost on fouls, I lost on pins, and it's just they are very smart. I had a match where like I tried to push the guy's elbow off the pad because he got the start on me and he pulled my elbow off with him. So it wasn't like I gave him a foul, it was a no foul. And then next time I get the start, he pushed my elbow off, I pull his elbow off, and They are so fucking technical, bro. They're so
I'd like to see
technical.
Oleg pull Glenn. Glenn or the Giraffe, dude, would both be good matches for him.
You're saying Nicholas?
Um,
I would be
I'm
interested
Nicholas,
to see
down.
him with
hey,
Nicholas. Nicholas hasn't been active.
Show Nicholas and Todd Hutchings, UAL.
That was actually a really
Oh
good match.
shit!
That's a classic.
Almost beat Todd, dude, but it was right-handed, but he's good. He's very good left-handed. And Glenn is a lefty. And Glenn and him have fucking battles all the time. They call him the steel giraffe because he's tall and skinny. But
Are they still pulling? Are they active?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. They both like Reza, they both just started families. They got little babies right now.
Yeah, they're in the
It's
same
kinda-
club as me, so
It's their priority, you know.
I just,
It's like the same thing that happened with me.
Oh, this guy,
This is
Nicholas.
ball. Yeah, this ain't UAL, but this I don't know.
Damn, that's the rematch. So that was the rematch. Todd 2.0, Bubba.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That was definitely Todd 2.0.
Nicholas
Go
is
to
all
UAL
what
days.
happened.
That was a little bit earlier in time. I don't know if I can find that match. Let's see if there is that match on
It should be on
Man,
there.
you know what? Talking about that area, I would definitely want to put Frode. What's his name?
Hold it.
Frode.
Oh, I didn't know that Nicholas pulled
Frode.
Giannis in a super match. That's pretty interesting. I never knew that they pulled an Arm Wars.
There's another guy that knows how to use the length of his arm.
Yeah, he just fucking took Giannis and put him down fairly easily in that first match.
We spanked him.
Dang. That's good. He's pretty tall. How tall is he?
He's probably 6'5".
Oh, now you see.
He's like Matt Mask size almost. I think Matt's a little taller. Ready?
Hey, you see
Oh.
what Giannis did right there? He used the
Elbow fall?
pushing motion to get an elbow foul, like I've been telling you boys.
Oh, you
You
should
got to
take notes.
push it full.
Better take notes right here, huh?
You got to push it full when you lose your hand. Give him the foul. Yeah, Giannis he's in a bad place right there. That's not a good position. He's like, oh fuck, what the fuck am I in right now? He definitely he had a chance there. He almost regained, but Nicholas has such a long lever too. That's another thing that gave him.
Well, again, look at Nicholas is keeping his shoulder behind his hand.
Yeah.
If Giannis can get him past, that's what he's trying to do, but he's not able to. If Giannis could drop right there, dead wrist press, he probably beats him, you know?
Oh,
Ooh.
oh,
Or
oh,
he might just do it right
he's
here.
working it. He's repping it.
There it is.
Nicholas is fighting. He's
Oh.
fighting for life.
There it is. There
That's a
it
pin.
is.
Damn.
Oh man. That was a good one.
Man, I think Nicholas here being kind of too passive. He could have got that one. He's a little bit more aggressive too. On a hold. Oh, nice.
Giannis is catching him before the pad, but that's game right there. Too much hand control.
Yeah, the UAL one when he pulls Hutching, dudes, that was a war as well. He's got some serious endurance. Him and Patrick had a war at that same event.
Yeah, it sucks. You don't see Nicholas as much as you used to. I mean, he did some.
Yeah, dude, he had I think he's got 2 kids now. You know, they both got married, they both had kids. They'll be back. I'm sure they're still arm wrestling over in Sweden. As a matter of fact, I think I just saw some pictures with them just winning over there.
Well,
Yeah. Well, anyway.
till next time,
Good
Bubba.
stuff, guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
buddy.
Get
All
some
right,
rest,
Oleg.
Oleg.
We'll see if you ever make practice again.
He looks like he's training. His fucking shoulders look big as fuck.
I know.
Definitely eating your protein, Bubba.
Bro, I've been doing everything just consistently. Just need to get more practice in, so that's what I'm trying to actually do. But it's too busy, man. It's like always wrong time, and I'm like always busy with some stuff, you know.
Yeah, but the consistency is key, and even if you're not getting pulling time in, as long as you're hitting the gym and you're hitting all sections, you know, that's all that matters, Bubba. I mean, the pulling
Yeah.
time is gonna help you on your technical side, but from what I've been seeing, technically you're capitalizing a lot of your recent matches, so it's the thing where definitely get that table time to just keep it fresh, you know, but just keep hitting the gym, bro. You're
And
fucking
remember,
Mm.
stem cells, not sperm cells.
till next time,
I'll
guys.
not. I'll not make your mistake, Scott. You got it.
All right, bro.
Take it
Thanks,
easy.
man. It's good seeing you,
Okay.
buddy.
All right, guys. Good to talk to you.
All right, peace.
Good night.